If you have ever been to Duluth and find yourself driving along Highway 61, you may not be looking for anything other than Lake Superior. But peeking through 3300 London Road is the Glensheen Mansion, one of Duluth's most famous historical sites and home to one of its biggest mysteries. So just what did happen on 3300 London Road? The story begins in the early years of Duluth when the ports were thriving through the export of iron. The lakeside city became the playplace of the world's rich and famous. One of these millionaires was Chester Congdon, a wealthy lawyer and politician hailing from New York. He and his wife Clara began designing and constructing what became known as the Glensheen Mansion. The stately manor sprawls across 7.6 acres and boasts 39 rooms, a greenhouse, a flower garden, cow barn, and a two-story carriage house. While most of Chester and Clara's 7 children were adults, the 2 youngest, Elizabeth and Robert, grew up inside Glensheen. Clara and Elizabeth lived inside the home well into Elizabeth's adult life, where she raised her 2 adopted daughters, Jennifer and Marjorie. It was in these walls that one of Duluth's most famous crimes played out. On the night of June 27, 1977, Elizabeth Congdon and her nurse Velma were found dead. The crime looked like a burglary gone awry. A jewelry box laid emptied on the floor of the manor, and Velma's car was stolen. But something just didn't add up, and the police eventually set their sights on Marjorie and her husband Roger Caldwell. The motive? Marjorie was in line for an inheritance, and the couple had spent their way into financial ruin and looking for a way to fund their dream of opening a ranch. After a round of court hearings, Roger eventually pleaded guilty to the crime, and Marjorie left without so much as a slap on her wrist. After serving 5 years in prison, Roger ended his own life. In a final letter, he revealed that he was actually innocent of the murders he once admitted to. Many people believe that Marjorie was in fact the culprit, and Roger just took the fall. So just who broke into the house that night? Was it the act of a greedy son-in-law or a mentally ill daughter? And what really happened on 3300 London Road?